Hi, and welcome to the instructional video for week 18. Thanks for joining me. Let's go over your objectives. For your language objective for this week, we're going to work on ing verbs that end in ing. So these are the present participle tense. Things like she is playing or we are walking. They indicate that an action is happening in an ongoing way right now. And your child may already be using these consistently just from having heard people use it often. But there's a few activities that you can do just to sort of almost test their linguistic responses when an ing verb is called for, and to help prompt them if they need to use an ing verb. So one of these is just while you're observing things, when you're out on a walk or you're at the park, just point to something going on and ask what they're doing. You know, what's that bird doing? And if they answer fly instead of flying, that's an opportunity to rephrase that using the present participle form. That bird's flying. Or, you know, that dog is running. Another similar activity is to prompt your child when they're engaged in a task and ask them about what they're doing, and start a conversation that way that involves ing ending verbs. You can also play a game. Charades is a really good one for this, where you have to guess what the other person's doing. Oh, you're sweeping with a broom, or oh, you're running a race. So that's a good way to incorporate ing ending verbs. For your cognitive objective, under the category of reason, we have uses knowledge to form a plan. So a plan is any activity that requires your child to think about something that they want to do or are going to do in the future and organize themselves for it. So this is where you provide assistance in coming up with ideas and helping them maybe write down their plan. So a few activity ideas for things like that are, for instance, together to just plan a schedule for your day. Talk about all of the things that you need to do in your day and what should be the logical order for us to do this, and form a plan for the activities for your day. Another one could be, this one's really fun, is if you have an event coming up like a family picnic or a birthday party. Children love to plan their birthday parties. So, or it could be not just for your own child, but other family members as well. So get them involved in organizing that and in thinking about the future. This, helps with time, and it gives you an opportunity to incorporate a lot of time vocabulary because you're talking about things that are going to happen in the future. So get them involved in making a plan for a fun event like that, or maybe an outing. Maybe you're going on a day trip to the zoo or something like that, and let them be a part of making that plan. Another thing might be to ask your child to draw a plan for something that they want to construct. You could ask them, you could say, let's build a fort in the living room out of pillows and blankets, and let's sit down and draw a plan. How are we going to construct it, and what are we going to put in it when it's finished, and involve them in making a plan for that, and then actually go help them construct it. So just get them thinking about something that they want to do in the future and how to get themselves organized for it mentally, and then you're there to help them with the writing or the drawing if necessary. For your literacy objectives for the week, we are all the way to the letter R. So it's identifying the upper and lowercase r's and the main sound of R, which is R. It's a voiced sound and just one sound, so pretty easy there. It's like a growl sound. Kids love to play this one because they pretend to be an animal and go R. For math, continue counting by 10 to 100. Identifying and naming common 3D shapes, so moving away from 2D shapes, just reviewing the names and how to recognize them and how to know what they are when you spot one. And then continuing from last week, practicing the days of the week and knowing all the names of the days of the week and what order they come in. For fine motor skills, we have 1 tripod grasp activity, 1 bilateral hand coordination activity, 1 in-hand manipulation activity, and 1 hand-eye coordination activity. For social emotional objectives, under the category of self-awareness, we have identifying personal and family structures. And under social awareness, beginning to understand that different people may have different ideas, desires, and perspectives. Hugely important one as your child goes out in the world and begins to interact with other people. And then for our fun project, we continue our series on animal classification. So I hope you had a lot of fun with mammals. And now we're going to start talking about reptiles, creepy crawlies. This is, sometimes the kids' most favorite one of all the different groups because it has a lot of fun animals in it, snakes and lizards and things like that. So this is a really fun one, and now that you're on to the second category of animals, like you've done mammals and you've learned the characteristics of mammals and some examples of those, now you can begin to compare and contrast. This is your first opportunity to really sort because you have two groups now. So you have the reptiles and what they're about and the examples of them, and you have the mammals and what they're about and the examples of them, and so your child can begin to distinguish them, what things are the same about these animals and what things are different. So I hope you have fun with this project this week, and we will see you back next time.